The last 2 years have been a wake-up call that the world as we knew it is, well, gone. We've witnessed events and issues play out that individually could define a generation, yet we've had to contend with each of these colliding at nearly the same time. As we look just a little further on the horizon, there are issues we can all clearly see that will soon impact all of us. Some choose to wish these difficulties away as mere transitory messes, hoping that they will resolve themselves on their very own. But as preppers, we have decided to not idly sit on the sidelines. We realize that no one is responsible for our own future, and it's in our own best interest to make ready now as the storms approach. But how do we prepare in the most efficient manner, ensuring we utilize the limited time, money, and resources available to us now as the clock ticks down? What if there was a clear plan, a guide to lead us on the path before us, providing the fastest, clearest set of instructions that was both customizable to our own set of challenges and even limitations? What if there was a prepper's roadmap? If you're new to this channel, my name is Chris, and on this channel we discuss emergency preparedness, aka prepping. I'm pretty excited about what I'm about to share with you in this video. I'd ask that you stick with me throughout this video. What I'll do is I'll try to keep it short and to the point. Now, in the last few months, you may have noticed that I've been pretty exhausted. I've gotten several people that have messaged me about this issue, and I've been working around the clock for the last several months on something for you, the community. At the end of last summer, I sat down and I started thinking about building a guide, kind of a roadmap for this community. And every year I start off by saying, this will be the year I'll do it, I'll tackle this project. But every time I sit down to try and start, the sheer enormity of it all causes me to kind of push it further down the road. So last summer, I began the process. And after years of spending my childhood in Boy Scouts, eventually earning Eagle, after spending time doing humanitarian work with physicians in various nations, such as Afghanistan and Mexico, and seeing what others face in nations outside of my own, after studying and learning from others in this community, after working with local veteran preppers, some have been prepping for over 40 years that I've been working with, after reading preparedness books after preparedness books from different authors, after working on my own preps, making mistakes, a lot of them along the way, and most importantly, after listening to you, the community, your questions, your feedback, and your concerns, I began to realize something. The only thing I could not find was a clear guide that would take someone step by step along a timeline, and to help this person to get to a place of maturity by providing a step-by-step guide. Now, I have found some great video series that give some very high-level overviews on a wide range of preparedness subjects, but most were kind of data dumps that covered a lot of different subjects such as water, food, security, medical, etc. What I couldn't find was an actionable guide that I could walk someone through the various critical levels of preparedness. Now, on my own preparedness journey, it was pretty overwhelming when I first started out. I've heard the same thing repeatedly from this community. Many are overwhelmed by the sheer amount of information, and it always, when I listen to people, I hear the same question: where does one even begin? All this to say, I'm proud to announce to you, first, my community, that on February 14th, I'll be releasing the Prepper's Roadmap course. This has been a challenging yet rewarding course to make. I've tried to take everything I've learned from you, from others in the community, and from my own experience, and I try to compact it down into a timeline that's achievable in a step-by-step fashion. Now, I've had to strike a balance between overwhelming with too much information and just the right amount that someone can move on this information based on their own timeline and budget. And what I've done is I put together over 15 hours of comprehensive content that really covers the core issues and how to tackle each one of these, again, in a specific time frame. Now, I started out the course with some simple, actionable steps, and then I pivoted to focusing on 3 days of preparedness, then 3 weeks, and then 3 months of preparedness. I also created a lot of bonus materials to help provide you with various guides that hopefully will help you develop the understanding of what you need to develop on a certain timeline, what you need to pick up based on the timeline that you're on. And I tried to give a lot of information and insight that would help you with each one of these subjects as you progress along. Now, I realize in the prepper community, the goal is 1 year of preparedness per person. That's usually the benchmark, the starting point. But when starting out, I know that that sounds a bit daunting. How do you actually prepare for 1 year? That's quite a lofty goal. So what I did is I decided to focus on 3 months instead. Because once you've got the foundations in place for 3 months, it's just really a matter of scaling up some critical items such as food and water, primarily. I know there's other things, but if you can lay that foundation, if you get to a point of 3 months, it's just scaling at that point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the course to enrollment for 5 days, after which time I'm going to close it for a while. Now, I'm doing this because I want to focus on the first group of students that enroll to this private membership area. So to ensure you know about the course, if you're not enrolled in my newsletter, I always have a call to action at the beginning of all my videos where you can sign up for it. In this video, I'm going to provide a link below, and it's to my newsletter. And starting tomorrow, what we're going to begin to do is release information about the course via email leading up to the launch date, so you have an understanding of the course and what it offers. Now, I hope you can join me on this journey. It's been incredibly rewarding putting all this information together, and hopefully I can help you achieve the results you want faster. Now, even if you're not ready to join the course when it opens, let me encourage you with this. Please get started with your own roadmap. Begin to build your own game plan. I believe we've got a lot of challenges in front of us that will likely not get any better anytime soon, if really ever. And for me, I want to hopefully bring something to this community to guide people along. My background is in teaching, and I enjoy seeing people learn the path of discovery and to become aware and mature as they advance. And I hope that this course will convey that same sentiment and ability to you. And remember, take advantage of this time we have now to prepare. And as always, please stay safe out there.